With this ring, I'm wet.
From the dresses, emotions in between.
My eyes.
At star-studded nuptials.
I'm Mrs. Lachey.
Up, two teen idols get hitched, despite a couple of snafus.
The day of the wedding, there was a hurricane churning offshore.
And Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey consummate their marriage the old-fashioned way.
I'm so glad that I waited until that moment.
Plus, a teen...
I always knew that someday I would have my Prince Charming and have this ball of a wedding.
The romance of Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey of 98 Degrees seemed to be made in pop heaven.
You are my everything.
Nick and I met in '99 at a Hollywood parade here in LA.
My mom was with us, and I said, Mom, your mission for tonight is to get me in good with this girl.
My first impression of Nick was that he was the most adorable guy I'd ever laid eyes on.
On February 10th, 2002, after 3 years of dating, Nick planned a surprise for his girl while vacationing in Hawaii.
Nick chartered a sailboat. It was just really romantic, and we were out in the middle of the ocean. The sun was setting.
I've got the ring in my pocket. I'm just petrified we're gonna hit a wave and it's gonna fall into the ocean. And I got one eye on the sun because I wanted to do it exactly when the sun hits the horizon.
I had lost a ring that he had given me, so Nick told me that he replaced my ring for an early Valentine's gift. He pulled out the ring, and I was like, that's an upgrade. He surprised her with this amazing 6.75 carat pear-shaped ring. The second I got onto shore, I wanted to immediately start working up my dream wedding.
The couple hired celebrity wedding planner Mindy White and floral designer Mark Held to help create their very own fairy tale.
Jessica Simpson and Nick Lachey came in together. They were never at a meeting alone.
Nick was extremely involved in the planning. He wanted to know exactly what he was paying for.
They knew they wanted to get married in the South in Austin, Texas.
I always wanted to get married in a white chapel, and I found that in Austin. The theme of my wedding was just fairy tale romance. I wanted the most flowers that any florist could ever bring.
Jessica and Nick's wedding was one of the most romantic weddings we've ever done.
We knew that she wanted pinks and blushes, and we hit it pretty right on the first time.
This is the centerpiece. As you can see, it's extremely romantic. It's mainly roses, Virginia roses, polar roses, white hydrangea, a little bit of blush tones in the miniature roses, lots of candles, and just all put together on a sea of petals.
On the morning of October 26, 2002, Jessica was low-key and relaxed in her soon-to-be Mrs. Lachey sweatshirt while she prepped for the big day.
The day of my wedding, it was just me hanging out with my bridesmaids, getting ready.
Jessica's virginal white gown was custom-made by Vera Wang.
Jessica's gown had this incredible pearl beading that ran from the bodice all the way to the tip of her majestic train. She borrowed jewels from Harry Winston and Neil Lane, including a 1920s style bow necklace and these angel hair clips that were sewn into her hair.
Styled to perfection, the bride endured the rain and headed to the chapel.
When I got to the church, I went upstairs to peek down to look and see what everything looked like. I was blown away.
350 guests, including Nick's 98 Degrees bandmates, waited anxiously for the bride.
When the doors opened, I looked straight into Nick's eyes. I didn't see anything else around me. When she came out, she was the epitome of the beautiful bride.
She had that stunning bouquet of stephanotis, which looked so beautiful with her dress. My minister, who did the wedding, has been my best friend since 5th grade.
You see, Jessica can stand up here in this beautiful white wedding dress because a long time ago she committed her purity to God, and she stuck with that commitment. Nick, do you take Jessica to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
We use traditional vows because I find something so extremely romantic about the fact that these words marry people all over the world.
With this ring, I'm wet.
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
When my minister said, "I now pronounce you husband and wife," everybody give a hand to Mr. and Mrs. Nick Lachey. I'm Mrs. Lachey.
Mr. and Mrs. Nick Lachey glided off to their reception at the Barton Creek Resort and Spa.
We transformed the ballroom. It was all blush and pink, and the lighting was just dim. It was just magnificent.
They had this incredible 5-tier cake, but there was a secret. The top layer was red velvet.
The best cake. For any Southern girl, we like a red velvet cake.
Under a shower of rose petals, they headed off to the honeymoon suite to consummate their union the old-fashioned way.
That night, I'm so glad that I waited until that moment because it was so emotional and tears, and it was just awesome. It was awesome. I won't go into full detail or anything.
You don't want people to get jealous.
No, I don't want people to get jealous.
Leave the details out.